All right, muted you, and we are live. Give me 1 second. Okay. All righty, let's start. Um, all right. Let's start with breathing. We are going to let's just do more of a Kapalabhati style breath. So it's going to be a in and out through your mouth, and you're pumping your belly, if possible, in and out through your mouth, in and out through your nose. Hello, I'm here. I'm present. I know what I'm doing. In and out through your nose. We're going to do like a pump. We'll do it for a little while and then we'll stop. We'll take an inhale and one exhale, and then we'll inhale again and hold with a little bit of a lock. The lock's moving up. So Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, wait, Ajula Bandha. Anyway, the three bandhas, I may have said those in order, which are just engaging your pelvic floor, drawing it in and up, kind of lifting in your diaphragm, and in your throat, you kind of just close your throat. All right, so we'll do it for a couple of, I don't know, maybe a minute or less. I don't know, because I don't have a clock in front of me. And it's just huffing and puffing, trying to get that on the exhale, this contracts in. So like that, except for all nose breathing. Pumping your breath. Okay, everything out, everything in, and hold. Drawing in and up. Outer body relaxing out and down. And release it. Soft hiss exhale. And we'll go to the more, excuse me. Well, that got some stuff moving in my system. We'll go to the breath that we normally do, the arch with the arch and curl. So getting our spine moving, and in through your nose, out through your mouth. Big sniff, and then big exhale. We'll go for 12 of those. We'll have one big inhale, exhale, and then we'll inhale and hold for a little while. And then we'll exhale, hiss, and we'll have another little inhale and short hold at the end of that. Here we go. Big inhale, big exhale, everything out. Inhale in and hold. Relax. In and up, out and down. Hiss to exhale. Inhale, hold, and let it go. So we're going to do one more breath. This is a theta breath. This is a hiss sound. So those breaths, when you're taking in a lot of air like that quickly, that's more upregulating. When we extend our exhale and slow it down, that is more downregulating. So upregulation, energy, oh yeah, I'm going to do all these things. But it could also be, if it's less coherent, then it's anxiety. Downregulation, oh, I'm very relaxed and chill. If it's not coherent, it may be depression or listlessness, lack of energy. So we did some upregulating breaths, two different ones. Now we're do a more down-regulating breath. And this one, we're going to move our spine a little. So you could do this standing, you could do it seated, you can even do it laying down. But seated, because I'm on this physio ball, I have this tremendous freedom to move. But you can also do it on a chair and let yourself just have some free flow in your spine. So we're imagining that our head to our, let's say, out through our sacrum, the bulb of our brain down through our nervous system, or down through our spinal cord, routing out to our nervous system, is like a river. And we want to let that have a very watery quality. So we're hydrating tissue, we're letting our spine realign itself, doing all good things. It's just a very gentle hiss exhale for however long it lasts, and then inhale again. We're not trying to do any kind of extra breath hold or lengthen the breath on this. Deep breath in. Hissing with micro movement or macro movement. Resting breaths whenever you need them. Really listen to your own body for this. So this isn't a force your body to do anything. This is allow your body to soften, come into relationship, be present with yourself. And in between, you don't need to go right into it again. You can have a couple of regular breaths. So this is really for calming and soothing and settling your body. Last one. Good. And then we're going to stand up if you aren't already standing. My cat is out there just talking away. You gonna come in here? Hmm? Opening your feet wide, standing and circling your pelvis. So circling around, mobilizing your pelvis. Let your head and your feet mobilize as well. So try not to lock your head in place, but let it have a very fluid relationship between your neck and shoulders, and your feet also get to move around as you're circling. Change direction, other way. Just feeling where you are in your presence with yourself, in your experience, in your embodiment. Where are you now? And trying to come into the experience of being in your body without some objectified outward, oh, this is wrong and that needs to be this, and oh, I need to fix that. But being in the experience of having a body, not in the external objectification of having a body. Let's come in. Circles with the shoulders, rib cage, lungs, and heart moving inside of that. And then the other way, up and over. Good. And then taking your arms up over your head, push up, just side. And I'm going to kind of sway this in an easy way as opposed to going for like a really sort of deep yoga type stretch. even going to bend my knees as I move from side to side. So this is more to find a fluid rhythm through my body as this flow of energy moves up from my feet out through my hands, freeing up any sort of sticky spots if possible, as opposed to going for like our most extreme stretch. Good. And then come in, circle the shoulders again, add the elbows, add the whole arm, and then just the hands. And then shoulders in, add the elbows, big circles, add the whole arm, one more, and then circling your hands in. And then we'll go with the twist. So spiraling, looking around behind you. Feeling your center. What does that even mean? Feeling your midline, that is that central axis that you are spiraling around. Because we are not we're not perfectly symmetrical. We're not, I don't know. We aren't crystalline forms. We're not icosahedra. We're not platonic solids. So we don't really actually have one place that is always a fixed center, right? Our center could move around. Our awareness can move around. Our center can move around, right? It's really more of an idea. Like, okay, here's my center. It used to be in dance. People always say, but they still do, I'm sure. Find your center. What does that even mean? Where is it? Do I have a center? So I like to think about midline because we do have a midline, one side, the other side, and there's a middle line down the middle. I mean, it's still a concept. It's not an actual thing in our body, but it's easy to organize around one half or the other half, this idea of midline. All right, open it up, elbow to knee. These are just concepts of ways of thinking, right? So it's not like, oh, there exists this thing in my body called the like the midline, right? There is no actual thing in your body. It's just a concept. Contralateral movement, elbow to knee, crossing over, and then we'll take it in the back, same thing. But you're going to touch your hand to your foot, giving yourself a chance to find some balance, move, weight shift. Good. And let's take it down to the floor. Push things out of the way here. All right, all the way down onto your back on the floor. Ah, let yourself land on the planet. Let yourself land on the earth. Let your weight drop down into the floor. So sometimes we're kind of bracing and picking up and fighting gravity. Let go. Let yourself just fall into the floor. There's not a right way for you to be on the floor. Just relax into it. And from there, we're just going to very gently turn our head from side to side. Relax your jaw, soften your shoulders, soften your tongue, relax your neck. This can be small if your neck or shoulders are hurting at all, make it really small. But think of it, the point is just to let your weight drop into the floor. And as we look around the room, we're giving our brainstem the information that we are safe enough to downregulate, to come into this processing mode in our body. We're sort of moving back and forth between up and down regulation, like things that are more energetic, things that are more calming. And then from here, you can let your head just stop moving and you can move your limbs, your legs, your knees from side to side, opening and closing. Letting that massage through your butt, through your glutes, through your lower back. Breathing. And then coming in, hands on your knees, circles with your knees. Again, massaging out your lower back, feet can be relaxed and change direction. Letting this massage through your back on the floor. And then feet down, and let's warm up our back a little bit more, lifting up circles with your hips, big or small, whatever feels good. Really trying to open the front of your hip flexors as you hit the top. And then go the other way. Think of spreading your toes on the floor. So feet are long, wide, toes are spread out. This idea of women having small feet and that big feet are like awkward and ugly. Big feet are good for balancing. Big feet, there's a lot of good things about having bigger feet. So all of these sort of, you know, I don't know. I don't know why, like I grew up thinking smaller feet were better, but I'm pretty happy with my feet now, which are not small. Arms up over your head. Exhale. Just coming up part way. Inhale. Open it up. Exhale. So we want to start to examine these things that we think like, oh, small feet are better or whatever. Really, are they? No. Big feet are great for balancing. You got a bigger support underneath you. Inhale, open. Exhale, we're going to roll the whole way up. Inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale at the bottom, stretch, reach it out. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flex through your feet, reach through the back line of the body. Exhale, which is just a concept. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stay down. We're going to make big circles with our arms. So you're going to flex your feet, look towards your toes, and then as if you're taking off a shirt, arms circling around. Inhale, open. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, exhale. And let's change direction, go the other way. Arms up over your head. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Drop your head down. And again, turn it from side to side. Let your back of your neck and shoulders just totally relax. Let's take a hiss with that. Let's just do a quick, and you can bend your knees if you want. A quick theta breath here in the interest of also freeing up your spine. So it doesn't just have to be your head turning. You can also wiggle around your spine without adding more tension. Think of this wiggling as just being like watery movement to relax more and to create more spaciousness inside your body. It's not to say that little things aren't engaging and releasing, but we're not clamping down. We're not trying to get a burn. We're just moving gently with a hiss. Softening into the floor, letting your body relax. Whatever you're holding on to, whatever things you have to do, just let go of that for right now. Let your body be in this moment. present with yourself. So your awareness, your experience, and your body are all in the same place. Let's take our arms up in the air and just internally and externally rotate, spiraling in. I think thumb one way, pinky the other way. And I'm going to let my scapula move on my back. I can feel that on the floor. So I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit more, moving, mobilizing my scapula, my shoulder blades so that there's a little more free flow in there and less sort of clamping them onto my back, right? Our scapulas are sort of floating between our scapulae, it's not scapulas, between muscles under them and muscles over them. And then there's attachments, ligaments and tendons and whatnot, but they're not like our ribs, right? The ribs are all pretty well sort of anchored in there. The scapulas have a lot more free flow. So just see if you can find that. Let's let the arms free up, and it's going to be again the hissing sound, but this time with as if you've got these bases of support, and then from there everything is mobilizing. And even that base of support is floating on your back, right? So that there's this real freedom. Everything that's holding your back together, just for now, it's on the floor. You're not going to fall apart. Let that tension go. And we'll work with the theta breath a little bit more, a little free flow in your arms. If you can get lost in your experience, lost in the curiosity of moving, that's where you want to go. How often do your shoulders really have freedom to explore? Most of the time, I feel like my shoulders are just doing a lot, holding a lot. So just giving them that freedom, lungs, hands, arms, pinkies, fingertips, freedom to explore what it is to be, to exist, to be in your body. Good. And let's start to roll that a little bit from side to side. So still kind of free flow, but we're getting this massage out on our, not kind of, very free flow, but you're letting yourself roll from side to side, letting it massage out your back, head, neck, and jaw, very relaxed. Legs can do whatever they want to just to help you roll. And you can think of yourself like a sloshing wave as you go from side to side, sloshing onto one side and then sloshing onto the other. Letting your head and neck really release. And you can still have this sort of scapula exploration with your arms going on if that's not too much to think about. Yeah, just letting yourself really massage out your back. If everyone spent some time on a hard floor rolling, and it doesn't, they can have a mat, you can have a carpet, whatever, but something that isn't a bed, rolling around, and that would just free up the back, the fascia in your back a lot, free up and hydrate that tissue. Also for your spine, letting it realign, readjust. Okay, we'll get a little bit more exercisey now, but with spirals. So same idea of letting your back really drop into the floor. I'm going to pick up my knees and then twist. Taking as long as you want to get from side to side. If you're more, oh, I didn't have coffee this morning. I actually just had decaf tea. So if you're more like spazzy and upregulated, then go faster or do more. You can always adjust according to your own needs. So I'm going to try it with my legs straight, working with my arms and my back. This is very whole body. This is not isolating anything at all. Last one. Coming in, I'm going to roll over and come up onto hands and knees after I have a little bit more tea. Okay, hands and knees. We're going to do the hiss with free flow spine. You can curl your toes under if you want. You can come onto your elbows. Do whatever works for you to be comfortable. You can change it around as we're going. So the hiss, the theta breath, and then letting your spine move in any way. If you are feeling incredibly uncreated and you don't know how to move, just arch and curl or wag your head and tail. But if you can find a more watery way of being with whirlpools, eddies, and flows in there, go for that. Doesn't have to be your biggest movement either. Could be very small and gentle. Sometimes the smaller, more gentle movement is way more effective than the bigger movement. So work with what feels good. Listen to your body. Don't override it. One more breath and then we'll move on to something else. Ah, all right. Let's take it all the way down onto our bellies on the mat. So all the way down. Once you get down there, bend your knees and just make circles with your legs. Really relaxed, letting this massage out the front of your quads, melting into the floor. Change direction. And then come in. Tops of the feet on the floor, hands next to your chest. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Use your breath. Go ahead and connect your hands coming all the way up and bringing it back down. Finding the rhythm of your breath with your movement. You can also come up and bend your knees. And take it back into a child's pose. Breathe into your child's pose, wiggle around, soften and melt. Free flow in your body, free flow in your back. Trusting your body to readjust and renegotiate the inner space. Body wants to be healthy. And then take it back, roll it up, and come onto. We're going to do kind of a hard thing now. We've been doing all this soft, gentle stuff, but we'll do something a little bit more active. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your knee up, carry it out to the side, kick it. Let's fold it down from there. So the knee goes up, kick out to the side, fold it down. Up, out to the side, fold it in. Up, out to the side, fold it in. Two more. Up, out, in. Last one. Up, out, and in. Same thing on the other side. Let's give us a break though. Let's make this easier. So you're gonna, before we do the other side, walk your hands forward, big circles with your hips. We want to have variety in the way that we move our bodies. Sometimes more intensity, more like strength work, and sometimes more mobility work, more flexibility work, and then sometimes really dropping down, change direction, letting our body release tension, offload stress, offload steam. Okay, bringing it back in so hands are underneath you, other side, picking it up, take it to the side, kick, fold it in. Up to the side, kick, fold it in, up, side, kick, fold, up, side, kick, fold, up, side, kick, fold, up. This like feels so much easier to me. That's really weird. Two more. Last one. We're going to do a different stretch for this side. We're going to take it down. Take it down to your child's pose and then shift your butt to one side. Walk your arms to the other side. Breathe into it. And then go the other way. And come back in and roll it up. And let's come onto our butt. And you're just going to massage out your hips, rolling from side to side. Let's take it into a big arch, down, surrender into the floor, circle up, open, chest, lungs, heart opening, take it down, spiral to the floor, push the floor away, open it up, and surrender, let go. So there's two things that you could work on. Well, there's a lot of things, but and I'll explain the two. One is you can work more on the spiral in your spine and really twist so that you're going down behind your leg. That is one way of doing it. So I am trying to hit the floor over here behind my leg, not going over my leg so much. Or I could aim to go right over my leg, a little bit more like a pigeon, right? That affects my hip differently. That gives me a little bit more of a hip stretch if I take it down over my hip. So try both ways. If it hurts your knees to come down over your leg, don't do it. If it hurts your back, to do it another way, like make it work for you. Good. And let's take it down onto our back. So we're gonna have a shorter class today. I want to just do one more breathwork thing, which is coherent breathing. And we're just going to do this laying down. Coherent, and I'll count it, but you may have a different tempo that feels good. So the coherent breathing, coherence in our body means our body is working with itself. Our endocrine system, our respiratory system, our circulatory system are all working together. So it's not like our body's working against ourselves. We could think our head, our heart, and our guts are all in agreement about what's going on. Right, so digestion, all that stuff in coherent breathing working together. And it's so good for us. So the coherent breathing, we do it by breathing in for the same amount as we're breathing out. And this is actually in James Nestor's breath book. This is got science behind it. He's a journalist. I recommend reading that book if you haven't read it. It's really well, it's really easy. It's an easy read. So it's just that we're going to inhale for 6 counts and then exhale for 6 counts. So let yourself slow down. You could be seated to do this. I will count it for us. Let everything out. Exhale. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just let your body really settle into the floor. Let your body breathe in whatever way feels good. Sometimes doing breath work stresses people out. So if that's you, then skip the breath work. Don't do it. But maybe gently finding ways to enter is a way to do it. And that, my friends, is it for today. So if you made it through, well done. Bravo. And thank you, Jill.